Hello there, and today we are going to be reviewing Dax Grant's 101.35 SMO any percent PB. He's been asking me to do this for a while now, so let's get right into it. Let's start watching this run. Let's see if he learned from my previous analysis of his PB, of his 102, if I recall correctly. Starting off, obviously, in cap, I don't expect anything that much. Okay, he missed the roll boost, whatever, that's fine. I am hopeful for this run that is going to be way better, have a lot of things that weren't in the other one that I won't have to complain about as much. Let's see, I know he doesn't do hydrophobia, so let's take a look at this water roll. He does not get water roll, but that's whatever. This, yeah, that's where I know he still does this weird stuff, and honestly, it's so disappointing to see this still being done by a runner of his level. Absolutely not something I like to see. The way he does topper, I don't really know what his excuse for not doing the proper one is. Case you're not aware, the way you're meant to do that is literally just do that but hold forward for phase 1 and it's faster. And for phase 2, all you do is stand on like this coin roughly, dive as soon as he comes, jump dive as soon as he comes back, buffer the spin throw, dive again, ban, really easy. And that's it for fast topper, which he still doesn't do for some reason. At mid 101, it's honestly crazy that he still doesn't do that. Yeah, this guy still does not know how to do motion control roll cancels, which is kind of disgusting. He should at least have a basic knowledge on roll canceling with spin throws, up throws, motion control cap throws, whatever motion control roll cancels you could think of. He does not do DSS in this run, which is something that makes me quite happy to see and is very unusual of him. He does do DSS in runs normally, but in this run he didn't and he PB'd, so just great stuff here from Dax Grant, not doing Dino Skip. Does he still do those weird Madame Burrell strats that he did when I first started talking to him? I don't remember if he does. He definitely does. He does not stop doing this. To be fair, that doesn't lose much time. I cannot blame him. If he really thinks that's easier, that's like fine, whatever. He's not losing that much. Obviously he doesn't do the spin throw roll cancel, but that's expected from Dax Grant. Sand Kingdom here. So far so good. Not really much I can say about that. Yeah, just normal stuff. He does a normal roll cancel there because obviously he's unable to do up the roll cancels, which doesn't lose time but is actually just harder. That is a weird jam, but I'm gonna assume that is gonna work because knowing Dax Grant, he'd probably reset to missing jam. Still doesn't do spin throw crate, so I want to quickly go over what spin throw crate is exactly. I feel like he's holding back on that long jump slightly or something like that. He's not going that far forwards. He should go further forwards. He's really far right, but what you want to do is you want to start this boost and then you want to uncapture holding left. You see what he does here, because he doesn't do spin throw crate, so it doesn't matter as much, but what he does here is he uncaptures holding forwards and then holds left, but you have to hold left just before uncapturing. That way Mario will jump directly to the left and you won't have to spin around a little bit. And then as soon as you land on the ground, you spin throw left, hold Y, and then you just circle clockwise. And I think like, he says that, oh, it's hard because I usually spin throw anti-clockwise. And like, okay, yes, I also usually spin throw anti-clockwise, but it's not that hard. And the way he does this here, I feel like it would be faster to literally just cap throw break the first box, cap throw break the second box from here, and then go around through here through where the bullet bill goes, long jump to here and try to capture the bullet bill. Doing 3 roll boosts there is interesting. You could easily fit 1 or 2 more in there. I usually do either 4 or 5, and for the people that do the roll cancel version, you do 6. But I guess this is whoa! I mean, that was clearly a mistake, but that was an interesting. So I'm gonna say how I do it. I do it in a different way. I believe the way I do it is how Zach in the Box does it. I think that's where I got it from. What I do is I always try to make sure I spin pound on the chest here, and then I roll cancel off of this edge. I roll cancel to the right, and then you land down there. You don't have to do a dive to land there. You land down there, and then you see how the ground kind of slopes down like that? You gotta make sure you're over the slope first, and then when you're over the slope, just cap throw to the right, hold Cappy out and then triple jump forwards and then get like a triple throw. That way you don't have to roll cancel there and that you can't have that weird mistake happen. Let's see his plat cycle. Alright, so oh, this is a what is he doing? What is he doing? That was a terrible. I'm sorry. He might fool himself into thinking that wasn't a terrible cycle, but it's because he just has the slowest movement ever there. Also, this question: what everyone's favorite city in Portugal? That is a random question. I just noticed this in his chat. Favorite city? I don't know where I live. Alright, let's go. So what I do here is you can see that the platform is all the way on the other side, so I just instantly look down. You instantly look down in this situation. And then here, Dax would have to be the one telling me this. Does he always cap bounce there? You definitely don't have to cap bounce at all, okay? You just dive straight on that fence. And, I mean, what was that, right? That was the slowest stuff ever. So, that was so slow that he might fool himself into thinking that plat cycles isn't as bad. Alright, yeah, look, the Bullet Bill managed to do a full 180, and mine spurred through because CrunchySpon. Alright, great pick. So overall, that time was fine. There weren't many things. The plat cycle stuff was the one kind of made me more annoyed, I guess. Other than that, it was fine. So let's continue here. Into Lake Kingdom, let's see how he begins Lake. This is fine. Now, something I want to mention is he still doesn't do triple jump Lake Club, and most people might say, well, yeah, that's because he's a normal person and he shouldn't be doing it. But I disagree, and I would say I've been doing it since 105, and I'd say it's arguably easier than normal Lake Club to not lose time with, and going for it will lose like at most like what, like 2-3 seconds to not going for it. It's really not that hard. You have one frame, I think, but the positioning is so lenient that it doesn't become that hard. How did that Lake Clip work? I'm sorry, let's take a look at this setup. There was no setup. Bro just like went for it. He went for it and he got it magically, okay? Because that was just complete luck. I'm gonna just say that right away. Alright, now taking a look at this part, let's see how, oh, Spezzy Mario Kart World. I see that on my Switch a lot as well. Spezzy playing Mario Kart World. Alright, I don't expect him to do anything silly here. This is very simple stuff on the second half of Lake. He is very like on top of that pillar. I don't know if he's always that close. His camera angle is also very weird, completely different from my usual one. And I usually, you know, I barely hit the pillar. Like, I go really far away from the pillar and like just barely hit it. And that was a good room entry, so not much to say about that lake. That lake was fine. Let's take a look at Wooded now, alright? Okay, so he didn't load the bunny moon appearing. He messed up the first person there. Okay, I think he got kind of scammed. I think that should have worked, probably. Alright, let's see. Does he do this camera manip well? Okay, you have to point your camera back down. Look, here's the issue, right? He pointed his camera up. You have to point your camera back down here. Point it back down. Because now he gets over there, and look, the upper way has spawned like 5 billion light years ago. And now look how far away from the spawning space it is, and he can't get the speeding upward from that thing, and he just has to walk over. I don't know if he is just bad at that manip, or if he like straight up doesn't know how to do it, but I'm just letting him know. Okay. Taking it slow, but that's fair enough. Okay, he does weird movement right here. So the way I do it, and the way I would say to do it, is you do really short jumps here, and then you triple jump around here, short triple jump, so that you can dive off of the triple jump and buffer the spin still on here and get it. He like does that cap dive little roll like thing. Is kind of silly, but I'm just saying it's not the worst thing ever. It's just a minor thing. That roll cancel, you can just roll cancel straight forwards, and it was actually Spezzy who told me this, I think. I still do this weird roll cancel. Like, I try to do that roll cancel with like a vector so I get speed. And this thing that happens to Dax also happens to me a lot, where you just don't make it anywhere near the nut. If you just roll cancel forwards at that point, it's probably better. He doesn't do the triple jump here. And now, the way I do the triple jump there is actually very, very silly. So I do double triple jump. I triple jump like that, and then I land here. I triple jump on this fence, and I just slowly turn my camera and then do the triple jump up on that ledge back there, which he could learn that strat, but it's not like the biggest deal right now, I guess. And that was scary. That was very scary, but it's fine. And oh, he messed up FRS. He hasn't said like a word in like ages. Like, he's been really quiet for this whole run. You should do the roll cancel. You should really learn this roll cancel, Dax. You should do the roll boost roll cancel here and then hold out Cappy. It's really not that hard. I used to not do it as well for a while, and then I realized it was pretty easy and I didn't have any reason to not be doing it. He obviously... Oh, he does. Okay. I did not expect him to do this CRB, but if you're doing the CRB, so the way you want to do it is you want to go further right, because you really need to get a very good vector here. So you want to go further right and then really vector in. You want to go really far right with the cap bounce and then vector in. So you don't have to dive, right? Oh! No, he did not mean to do that. I do not believe he actually meant to do that. I don't think he has the capability of doing that intentionally. But I don't know why he doesn't just do this strat. You just up throw, home in, CRJ, up throw into the nut, hit it twice, and then break it. I mean, that was fine there, but there's no way he actually does it like that. He does not get that dive vault every time. That would be an extremely inconsistent strat. Let's move on to Cloud, I guess, although I don't think there's going to be anything in Cloud. I'm assuming his fast hats here, they're gonna be just fine, because come on, it's fast hats, and he got Strav Manip. Alright, he doesn't do Bowser Manip. Oh, no, I do have to say, he did Bowser Manip on phase 1, but he doesn't do Bowser Manip on phase 2. It's not that hard. So, the way you do it here, you just buffer jumps to the right. You buffer jumps to the right while punching. If you mess up the buffer jumps, you'll just punch anyways, and it's the same speed as that. Just go for it. But other than that, fine, Cloud. It's Cloud after all, so. Now let's take a look at this Lost. I really want to see his Lost because I would say he is better than me at Lost. What? He doesn't do dive vault mean tree. That's definitely something he could learn. He could learn if you roll cancel there, you can skip the dive. He does that with a normal roll cancel, which is interesting, obviously, because he doesn't know how to do motion control roll cancels, but that's still very weird. Now, I believe he doesn't do reverse trap, and I guess that's fine. He should do the manip strat. He shouldn't be doing it like that, at least because it's more consistent. It only loses like a second or something. That is an interesting way to do cage triple. Usually I'd roll cancel into the trapito, but I guess that works. It's slower, but it works. For the amount of stuff I pointed out, that was like a really good loss. Alright, let's see now this Night Metro. Okay, so he does not need to camp through. You can just dive. You don't need that extra cap through, and then you can get 2 roll boosts there. And he still does this long jump, which is interesting. He should be doing 2 roll boosts right there. It's not that hard. It's not that risky, okay? Now he doesn't do Goomba Frog here, and that's like whatever. I don't blame him for that. Okay, so he doesn't do Giggler, and I think he could learn it, but if he doesn't want to, then whatever. Let me see how he handles this pattern though, whatever pattern he gets. I want to see how he handles it. Oh my god, he's waiting. Why are you so close to the wall? Step away from the wall. Oh my god. Step away. Do you see why you should step away? If he had missed that, if that hadn't hit, which sometimes the game is weird and they don't hit, he would have gotten a 3 cycle. You have to step away from the wall. And for this pattern, I don't know the patterns, but I can tell where you're gonna... You'd have to shoot like right there. You definitely have to shoot right there. He has to go further back, and he has to get rid of these fireballs faster. Now, on to the Day Metro. His Day Metro Gold is absolutely awful. That is so bad. Oh my god, he still doesn't do bullet building. I didn't even know this. He still doesn't do... Bullet building is like 102 level. 101 level if you're pushing it. But he has a 101.35. Why is he not doing bullet building? It's not like it's hard. Bullet building is genuinely like really easy. Let's see how he goes about grabbing this garbage move. Yeah, okay. I guess considering he's like unable to do motion control roll cancel, so he can't do the other strat, that is the actually good one. Like SA says, this is 431 pace, and his gold is a 425. Like, he should really improve that gold. Oh my god. So, the way you're meant to do that is you're meant to capture dive to the left here, land on that railing, and then you can try to hit bullseye. You land on the railing and then you roll off and then you can try to hit bullseye. He doesn't even go for bullseye. And he does a CRJ. I guess doing a CRJ is smart because I think Mario falls faster when doing CRJs. So if he's not doing bullseye, that's actually a pretty smart idea. 436 is very bad for his level. Okay, so Dax, right here, no. This is not how you do that. That roll was good too. Hold ZL, okay? Don't let go. When you're like almost on the ground, okay? That's when you let go of ZL and you hit a snow fire, okay? You don't do that dive, that whatever that is. No, don't do that. That's if you mess up the snow fire, that's the backup, okay? You jump, dive, and you roll. This guy cleaned all the snow for Captain Toad. Thanks, Dax, for cleaning all the snow. You did hit Captain Toad in the process and lose a second though, so I'm gonna tell you, you should cap throw into the wall here on the left. Why would you do a roll cancel to the right here? You should roll cancel into the wall on the left of Captain Toad. So the movement he does here after this is very weird. You should try to do the 2 rolls there as fast as possible. He only did 1. You do the 2 rolls and then you do a triple jump. He tried doing a triple jump with that method. I don't know what happened there. He didn't get the triple jump. You didn't have to capture there, by the way. And you want to roll cancel off of that edge. Don't do a second roll boost. Because now, why did you roll cancel here? Okay, I do not know why he roll cancel here. Now he starts wall sliding and then he can't get his ground pound off. And he gets a 111, I think. 110, 111 outside, which is pretty bad. And here, cap throw, okay, so you can dive faster. Do that, but cap throw before you dive, so you can actually dive instantly. So I don't know why he points his camera like that for that. In fact, that makes it really hard for me to see what on earth he did wrong, because I can't see. But I think he backflipped in that direction. He backflipped to the left from this camera angle, which might have made it not work, and capture timing might have been off as well, but I couldn't really tell. Why? Okay, Dax, why did you go here? You don't have to go here. There's 0 reason for you to go there. Just go like, you go like right here. You go like right there, and then you use a shake to blow them away. And you can try to get that spiny there to do the roll cancel to get the faster camera movement. You lost a bunch of time from having to move the Taifu from the bottom left to the top right of that area for no reason. Okay, I don't know why he spin bounce there. That is very weird. No, you don't usually spin bounce. That was very slow getting those Goombas. You should trigger the ice before getting on top of the 3rd Goomba, but I guess that's okay. I still don't know why he spin bound at the start though. But his overall movement in this Goomba room is not very good. You don't have to walk that close to the Chivarian to talk with it. Alright, let's see the snow jam now. He still does that? You're meant to spin pound and then up throw dive onto the Odyssey. He still does that very beginner strat. And that was a weird snow jam, but it worked, so... Why does he... Oh my god, he does that strat. That's why his seaside is his best gold. It's because for some reason he does that roundabout strat. I don't know why exactly. I'm gonna say how I do this. I do really big jumps and then I triple jump all the way close to the wall here and then just wall jump. It's maybe like slightly slower, but it's way less risky. Okay, so here, just roll boost, long jump, up throw, dive. Like, it's not that hard. No, he doesn't do fish and dips. I still think he could learn it, but I've seen a lot of people say it's unnecessary, so I won't say much. Alright, for fish clip, something he does weird, he just goes, right? You should hold Y and B to boost downwards into this ledge here before uncapturing, because now that was very close. You can make that way less close. Alright, now with luncheon here, for some reason he doesn't spin bound. I don't know why he doesn't spin bound at the start of luncheon. Just buffer it before that cutscene and then buffer it after spin bound. He does the roll dive there. I guess it doesn't lose much time, but what I do is I try to always get that roll boost at the very corner right here and then land on the screen thing and then do 2 rolls.
I was muted since Lake?
He didn't realize he was muted since Lake until here. That's crazy.
Oh, I was talking.
Alright. Okay, I think he messed up there, but you meant to
get my
launch
bonk
up
jump.
into the... Yeah, okay. He
And I
messed
didn't get
up.
my bonk. You need
And he didn't get his bonk, yeah.
really
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't do Manipulus. Yeah. He should go for it. No, Dax! No, what are you doing? No, what is he doing? That was so easy to save. You literally just capture right here. Just capture and hold and then home in. Why did he ground pound to grab the moon? On Joy-Cons, I think you could save this with a down throw still.
No.
He could have saved that. I'm assuming he's not gonna do the impossible fork strat. Oh my god! Oh my god! I remember trying to teach him that, and he had to search up an image of a clock to know where 7 on the clock was, because you were telling him to aim at 7 or 8 o'clock. Alright, let's see here. Okay, to get this moon, he messed something up, but to get this moon, I don't know how he usually gets it. You roll boost until like right there, and then you roll cancel left, and you double jump.
Stop! What is going on? My inputs.
What is going on, my inputs? Ah! You got a 632 luncheon.
Might be dead.
He thinks that 101 3x is dead right here, even though this
That
ends
just-
up being a 101 35. I know he doesn't know how to do motion control roll cancels, but this is like so essential. And it's so easy to do motion control roll cancels out of spin pound specifically, even easier than like mid roll. You just buffer the spin pound in that black screen and then this black screen, and then you do a spin to roll cancel triple jump. It's such a satisfying piece of movement and it's faster. We're gonna skip the whole dragon fight, by the way, because I am not gonna watch him do an auto scroller. If he loses time to dragon fight, then too bad. Just don't, I guess, because I'm not gonna watch it. Let's take a look at this
How things are
bunnies
going
now.
right now.
Alright, so I'm gonna say how I do this movement. If I remember correctly, it's kind of hard to tell without doing the movement itself, but I get a triple jump here. I do a triple jump around this corner. Okay, that's an interesting way to do that. Instead of doing the triple jump, he launch jumps on the rail. That probably does not lose that much time, and I guess it is easier and safer for him, so I'm not gonna be too mad about him doing that. Him not doing motion control roll cancels means he can't do the super cool movement there, and he has to do that triple dive. The movement is so satisfying to do. Okay, let's see his Bowser jam. Alright, no. Right away, just no. Okay, I'm gonna say exactly how you do this. Spin pound roll, instantly long jump. You're gonna land on this stair. Then you single jump off of the stair. Then you dive on here and do 1 roll boost. Like this, but you'll be in a better position. He buffered the spin pound and he like didn't ground pound fast. And then he goes like that far, and that's just not gonna work, I don't think. He's like, look at his position. You're meant to be like over here. He's over there.
Risky.
If that
What the heck was
works,
that
that
angle? I
is
don't know if that
insanely
works.
close. Oh my
Oh,
god. That was
slow
insanely
too.
close and slow, yeah. He should do the
Oh my
proper
gosh, what
strat.
was-
If you want to see better what I mean for that movement, you can take a look at my 59:55 switch to time, and I do that movement properly there, I think. He still doesn't do Sarbama. It is literally, and I'm sure he has heard this many times before, but I'm going to say it anyways, a neutral roll into roll cancel down right. And it's not even precise at all. It's very, very lenient. It's very
I like
lenient.
forgot.
Let's see his topper fight. So the way I do Bowser topper is I do a roll forward, a crouch roll forward, long jump, cap throw, hold forwards, and it like works every time. And then here, if you do that strat properly, you only need to knock off 1 hat, but that's alright. Alright, let's see this jump here. If I recall correctly, yes, he does this. Oh my god, he does this so slowly. Okay, proper way to do this, and I actually took this movement from a Spezzy run. I remember I just like watched Spezzy for some reason to figure this out. You do an up throw, home in dive over this spiny, and you get a CRJ from Cappy coming back, right? And then you do a double jump off of this edge. You make this jump by ages. He like took that really safe, probably because he was nervous and scared, but I'm telling you, learning that actual movement is not that hard. Okay, so he does that movement there. I do the movement where you drop down here and poke this wall, and then you fling over there, but that's alright. He doesn't do fast climb, but that's actually like good, whatever. Fast climb is weird. So you're meant to capture that wire with the spin the row cancel, but obviously he doesn't do it. Okay, so right there I do a spin pound instead of a backflip, then we top it as well. Alright, that mech was good, that mech was fine. He does a globe with a normal row cancel, that's so weird. You're meant to do it with a spin the row cancel. I thought he was just gonna like jump, capture or something. I didn't even know you could like do that with a normal row cancel. Time for Moon Kingdom now. Let's see the Dax Grant Moon Kingdom. He apparently gets a 521, which is like pretty bad, so let's see what happens. Okay, good vector at the start. Why does he not vector twice? You jump to the right and vector left, like come on. He doesn't do like the spin bounce strat, but that is kind of like a weird strat, so I don't blame him. He does 2 wall jump here. I personally find 1 wall jump easier actually, so, but that's okay, it's like a second. So. He is so nervous right now. I can tell he's like shaking.
You know what's crazy, Chronog? This run sucks.
This run is so bad. This run is so bad. This run is so bad. That's what he's doing. I forgot how to. Oh my god. Okay, he said he forgot how to do the thing. I didn't think he did the thing. It's jump, dive, sprinter, dive. I think I did teach him how to do this. It's jump, dive, sprinter, dive. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna risk. He does do it. I don't know if it's 2 seconds. I don't know where he got that from. He just like threw out a number. It must be like 2 seconds is probably what he thought. Now for escape now. Okay, he doesn't do fire triple, but that's okay. You don't have to do fire triple. Okay, his lines were fine back there. Not much to say. Okay, good 2D section as well. Okay, he's gonna get a 57 pillars. It's probably good for him. That's like mid. He doesn't pre-fire. I don't know why. I think it's good to do that. Okay, that works. Oh my god, he overshot that so much. It was like obviously gonna work. That was gonna be a great first play. Like I can understand overshooting 1, but he went 2. He really wanted to make sure that thing was down. Okay, good 3rd pillar. This pillars would have probably been good if he hadn't taken damage there and hadn't overshot so much on the first pillar. The funny thing is that's a 101.34, but he is so bad on this cube that he got stuck there. It's 17 seconds after the pillar hitting the block, but he got stuck on like the platform. Alright, so there it is. That's my review of Dax Grant's 101.35. So I think that was much better than last time. I didn't have as many criticisms to do. It was mostly fine. It was more just like silly mistakes that I lost him most of the time than stuff he should be doing. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Thanks for watching. I only did this because Dax really wanted me to. And bye.